I think in those moments when I'm most concerned about the world, just like humanity, the state of the world in general, there are so many things in my life that I feel like I can turn to feel better. It's going on a month since my son traveled, right? Starting college, all the things. And he's been gone a month before. He's been gone 6 weeks before. Not that part of me feels like I know he's not coming back. When I remind myself, not that he's not coming back, you know what I mean? Like he might live with me again after college, kids, adulthood, all the things. But he's an adult now. Things are different. And one of the things that happens in our home without, I don't know, really thinking about it is his joy. I just started my menstrual cycle. So I really am sensitive. Yeah. But also, I think I just miss hearing my son randomly laugh or singing when he's in the kitchen or something. And there's so much pain in the world, and there's always so much pain in the world. Sometimes I feel like I reach a point in time when it just feels like all the things come together when it's just like it's just so much. So I've probably cried more in these last 3 weeks than the year. Even though I'm a crier, right? I cry about all kind of things. I'm a crier, but well, my son is not here, so there's just more. There's more to cry about. I was on TikTok for a bit, listening to people react to this woman named Kendra. All the things are sliding up. This woman named Kendra talking about how her psychiatrist was inappropriate with her or something when really she's literally delusional, like not like how people on the internet often say like delulu. I mean like psychiatric psychosis. um a white woman, and right, part of her power, part of her delusion is like wielding power and harmful. But I just have empathy for people in general, and I know how much pain and trauma it takes for someone to be delusional. I feel so bad for that woman. I feel so bad for her. It's not fun seeing people in pain. I probably should get off the internet since I'm so sensitive. Because then, I follow some trans girlies. Can't imagine like what it's like to walk around as trans every day in this world. The fear that people must feel when they enter certain spaces, and how, particularly for Black trans women, like blackness and anti-blackness and their own hate for themselves, whether it's like transphobia or for their community. Like this weird thing happening with Laverne. Was it Cox? What, it's not Laverne Cox. What is the trans woman Laverne? It might be Cox. And people trying to hold her accountable for her white MAGA boyfriend that she's not with anymore. It's just living in America is a mind fuck. I think it was James Baldwin who said to be black in America and like to be aware is to be in a constant state of rage. Then I had a couple testing clients, black women. I love all people, but black women experience some of the worst atrocities in America. And as they're expressing to me, like, their difficulties, I'm doing autism testing for adults. As they're talking about what it's been like, communicating, there's often, if they have a certain level of intelligence, if they've reached a certain part in their career, there is just a certain level of hate and attack that they receive. And being neurodivergent just puts them in this place where they don't have all of the tools to really deal with someone who is microaggressing or being outright hateful. And it's just so hard. It's just so hard. I can't imagine. It's just so hard. And I just feel for the people. And then there are the idiots that keep leaving comments on my one of my videos. They're not idiots, but when you're on my page, when you're on my channel, and you are given new information or information that contradicts your beliefs, and you don't know who I am, right? But it doesn't really matter who I am. The information speaks for itself. If you just negate everything I say without any real argument, I do think you're kind of like an idiot. It's black women. It's a bunch of black women. On my video, I did a video clip of a longer video I did that I mentioned Latiris in Whitfield, the guy who for the Dear Future Wifey podcast, who has now like posted his engagement, but like the woman is standing behind him and like reaching around him to put the ring out. Weird stuff. But weird black women love weird stuff. And it's sad because the brainwashing that the black women get from the world and then from the black church, it's sick. It is absolutely sick that you all can look at Latiras and watch, because I watched him when he first came out and he was bringing on regular people, but eventually people drop their mask and they show you who they really are. You read between the lines. Do you understand? You look at the things they say, the things that they don't say. You look at who is a consistent guest. You look at the trends. You look at the patterns. You look at how they talk about relationship. You put all those pieces together and then you come to a conclusion. And I don't care that he was married before. That was all I was done on our show too. That woman left him because he was a cheater the whole time. And what do you think he's gonna do with this woman? Because has he reached any sexual discipline? Not from the way he talks, not from the way he acts, and then all this secrecy and mystery around his new woman. Listen, it's so strange, and I'm so concerned. But like with anything else in life, I have to let like these things go. Like you can only help people who want to be helped, and you like being brainwashed. I do the same thing with women who are in toxic or abusive relationships on my channel. Like often they just want to blame the other person and not take accountability for anything they did. It takes two people. There is a role you played. No, it wasn't 50%, but it was a role. And if you don't make the certain changes, you're going to be in the same situation again. It's just sad. That's it. It just makes me sad. It just makes me sad to see brainwashed people. Even the MAGA people. I was watching this video of a guy who said he, escaped Trumpism. And I heard it's like 30. I haven't confirmed this data, but like 30%, 35% of Republicans are MAGA. That's a lot. And probably another 30% are racist, but not that racist. But he was talking about how, like, what led him to stop believing and, like, how bad he feels for having believed. And I like watching videos like that where people are coming out of the deprogramming, where people are awaking to love. I was watching this clip. I never knew that is it Tales of Narnia? Some Chronicles of Narnia was based on Christian like hierarchy, like concepts. So now I feel like I want to go back and look at it. But it's basically what I say all the time on my channel. Like I do not care what you call God. I don't care. God is love. And you, if you do the action of love, that's you're doing it in service of God. And maybe you don't want to call it God. I don't care what you call it. But if you focus on the goodness and the kindness, because we need it, then that is really all that matters. That is what matters most. That you treat people the way you would want to be treated, that you are kind and loving to people. Well, I mean, all that's left for me to do really is to pray, to meditate. Um, I've already cried with my boyfriend. Sometimes I call my mother to cry, but I have a great boyfriend, just amazing. Maybe I'll do a video on him, right? Because he's like, you do what did he say? I did a video on. I did a video on. Oh no, I think it was this. I said I think I'm gonna make a video about how I'm sad for the world. He said, "Wait, you made a video about how you're sad about me or how you feel about me or something?" I'm like, "Yes, I have." I've talked about him so much, but there does need to be something that exists that goes into more. 'Cause I think I've already done it. How grateful I am for his understanding. Um, I feel like it's cliche to say he's not perfect. He's not. And my family knows in particular ways that he's not perfect. I'm not gonna air them out here, okay? He's a man. That's all you need to know. Um, but yeah, I love being able to cry with my person, to be seen and completely vulnerable and naked with my person. That feels like a gift. It really feels like a gift to have at this time. I'm just having a lot of feelings. That's it. And nothing is wrong with my life. You know what I mean? My son is healthy, he's smart, he's strong. And people across the world have mental health problems, but there are also lots and lots of people that are flourishing. I've been trying to focus on the flourishing people, which is why I did my video on Tracy Ellis Ross, but I really haven't even been motivated to make videos. It's not really been like on my mind, and I really haven't, you know, prioritized it. I've just been living my life and enjoying the things that make me smile and laugh and food that tastes good and all those things. So, yeah, I would encourage you to pray for your neighbor, pray for yourself, your family, people in general. Pray for people that you hate. If you hate anyone, I don't hate anybody. Pray for people you love. Pray for the world. Pray for our continued growth as humans. We will evolve. We continue to evolve. There's no going back. Some people want to, but there's no going back. These are the things that bring me peace. That things in the long run are getting better and improving versus staying the same, regardless of how much pain, is currently being like amplified because of who is in power. But change will come. If you got into this part in the video, the end, you a real one. I don't know. I don't know. Last time I watched somebody crying and talking about the world, whatever. I'm guessing you have a big heart, and maybe you enjoy my videos. But thank you, right? Thank you. I appreciate you, and we'll see what comes next because I have a whole list of videos that I've been wanting to do, but I think this feeling I'm having now has been in the back of my for a while. What really matters? What do people want to see? What do I want to create? So bear with me because I do want to focus on joyful things. See you in the next one.